It's a real pleasure to be joined by Graham Emmons from Leidos. Hello Graham, how are you?
Good morning, Russell. Very good, thank you.
Could you explain a little bit more about Intelligent Approach then for our viewers?
Yes. So again, exciting development in technology. So Leidos bring a lot of the technology. NATS bring their air traffic expertise and think research, help with that as well. So that has now been rolled out, deployed in Heathrow, as well as Toronto last year, and Schiphol in the Netherlands as of January this year. So proven implementation, and what it's really doing there, it's optimizing the spacing between aircraft as they're coming into land with in the main. So what that's doing is that's increasing operational efficiency, resilience, as well as, of course, addressing some sustainability issues as well. So trying to make sure that all things are optimized and our customers are getting the most from the assets that they have.
And what do those efficiency improvements look like? How can we measure those?
Well, ultimately, if you can improve the separation between aircraft coming in, and you can, therefore, in different wind conditions, you can ascertain how close you can still safely go and provide that additional information to air traffic controllers. Then ultimately you can get more aircraft down safely, and thereby less holding time, less CO2. So the efficiencies are all there. So it's very, very significant savings in terms of fuel, and therefore big contribution towards the sustainability challenge.
Great stuff. I mean, sustainability is obviously a key challenge for the aviation sector. Do we have any figures from Intelligent Approach implementations that tell us about fuel savings for the airlines, perhaps?
So there are figures from Heathrow that have been quoted in the region of 45,000 tons of CO2 savings per annum. And it's been at Heathrow for quite some time now. Early days for Toronto, but again, seeing those benefits and starting to gather that information. And even more recently with the Netherlands, in Schiphol, LVNL were seeing those benefits, right from the outset. The morning it went live, it was there were fairly significant wind disruption, and they were already starting to see those benefits on day one.
So how does it help when there's a wind then? If there's high wind, what's the significance of the wind in there?
So I think traditionally, there would be safety margins built in that air traffic controllers would be using to ensure, again, safe separation between the aircraft. But with the more complex analysis and calculations the Intelligent Approach tool is doing, then it's providing those markers and providing a little bit more intelligence to those air traffic controllers, that they can safely group those aircraft together a little bit closer, and thereby optimize the efficiency and the use of the runway. There's further developments that we are working on with the product as well. So what we call pairwise is a development or an enhancement with the product set that will look at different wake conditions between pairs of aircraft as they come in. So as you can imagine, the different categories for wake. And tailoring those specifically to individual pairs of aircraft would be further benefits. And then we have mixed mode, advanced mixed mode, which is also something that's currently being developed as part of the product set. And that will ensure that we're optimizing separation between arriving and departing aircraft on a single runway.
Excellent. You spoke a little bit there as well about sustainability in general. Obviously, that is one of the challenges. What else do you think are key challenges for the aviation sector at the moment?
So I was listening to the executive summit yesterday, and there was a lot of interesting discussion from the panelists. The general actually there was a lot of conversation about regulations and optimizing the way that airspace is used. So there was talk of a lot of good developments with the aircraft themselves in terms of benefits, efficiencies, to contribute towards sustainability, and with a lot of the products and the technology such as Intelligent Approach.
Thank you. You've talked quite specifically there about intelligent approach. What else is Leidos looking at? What's next on the horizon for Leidos?
Well, we have our stand at the show here today. It's focused a lot on trajectory-based operations. So that's looking, which is a big topic of conversation in the industry, and lots of different providers are looking at different solutions to trying to manage the whole end-to-end trajectory of a flight, thereby introducing more efficiencies in terms of understanding exactly how the optimum route for managing aircraft, through the entire journey, if you will. So a lot of technology that we're developing there. A lot we're doing for the FAA, of course, as Leidos. So being a significant technology provider to the FAA in the US, and we're actually wanting to continue to look at opportunities for further interaction with NATS and other partners. Collaboration. How can we work together? Lots of good ideas, lots of good innovation coming, from each of our organisations.
Graham, thank you very much for your time today. That was excellent.
You're very welcome. Good to see you.